Hey everybody, just doing a little bit of a update today, just doing the display of the Adeptus Titanicus Warhound Titans that I've recently painted, as well as an update on my 40, or not 40k, but old world fantasy stuff, just kind of where some of that is at. As some of you may have seen in my last video, I showed that I was getting into the game, so I was really quite excited to start getting painted. The starter set comes with 2 Warhounds, 2 Reaver Titans, bigger ones, and then 2 smaller Knights. And I decided to just go with sort of the middle models, the Warhounds, to start. Hope you enjoyed the turnaround that was there. I really enjoyed this. I haven't painted these style of models in quite some time. I've never painted... well, I guess that's not true. I guess for Epic Apocalypse, I painted these size of Titans. They were all metal models. They weren't plastics like these, so there were some definite differences. These are all magnetized. I don't have all the weapons right in front of me, but they all are interchangeable. And so I can use all the various loadouts that are on them. So there was a bit of magnetization to happen and some modeling in the very beginning. I am doing Legio Crucius, which is the same Titan Legion I did back in the day when I did Epic Armageddon, Epic Armageddon. It wasn't that long ago, actually, because I played it after it came out, but I am using the same sort of Legion. I'll use, according to the books, like I enjoy reading about it, for the Knights that I'm going to be painting up, there's some allied houses, and so I'll be picking one of those to do for them. I don't know if you noticed on the video when I did the turnaround, but I do some modeling and 3D printing of putting some troops in. So these are some thralls, tech thralls. There's 3 of them walking around with a tech priest in the background. Kind of like, I like the idea of like little scenes, you know, that kind of show the scale and support like the faction and what you're trying to do. And I just think, in particular, this guy out front here, close to this foot, it just gives you this sense of scale and mass that by just looking at a miniature like this one without them alone at a distance doesn't really give the same effect as like when you have them there. I think it's very cool. So I've actually 3D printed out a number of Mechanicum related things that I'll be doing for all the groups of Mechanicum models. Not necessarily every single miniature, but like they'll be scattered throughout all of them. And so it'll look like these mini scenes, maybe even some cases dead or injured adversaries and things like that. And so yeah, so that's there. The reason this is orange is that this particular Titan Legion is not, like according to the Horus Heresy, Mars is sort of the epicenter of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and in turn the Adeptus Titanicus would have allegiance primarily to Mars, many of them, but this particular group, the Marauders, Legio Crucius, or the Marauders, right? Or are they the Warmongers? Sorry, Warmongers, not the Marauders. The Warmongers are actually from a planet called Riza, not Mars. And unlike most of them, the reason why some of these guys have orange on them instead of red, which is typical for Mars, is that they are, in Riza, they have Mars as their primary color. Or they have orange as their primary color, not Mars. And so, even though I did sort of a Mars landscape, because I like it, these guys are, I'm going with that sort of background to continue through all the models that I do. Next up will be a Reaver, which is a significantly larger model. And so I'll be doing the Reaver Titan next. And I have 2 of them to do. I'm just going to start with this one, which at least in this game is the original one they released. And they have one with some alternate weapons that I have 2 that came in the starter set. I believe that came second as a release, but not positive. In any case, they'll be next. And I'll do just one at a time. I'm not going to do 2. I'm going to start with one Reaver and just finish it, and then I'll probably do another, and then the Knights, and then I'll be done with the starter box, which is kind of cool. I do have a little bit of an update. I've been painting Black Orcs for a while now, and for whatever reason, I'm almost done. Like, I have to paint the base, and I have to do a little bit of washes on some of the bone and stuff, but they're otherwise very close to being done. I'm quite happy, like in particular with this boss. I think it's Grimgore. Really happy with the way he's come out, and so I'll do a proper close-up and display in the future. But they'll be finished soon, and then I have actually gotten ready some goblins to be painted up, goblin archers. For those of you that play Old World, you'll know that, or you may have heard that they are doing not only a match play kind of guide is coming out, but also a little bit of I guess, an adjustment to the rules, which is probably a good thing. One of the things that they are doing is they're debuffing poison a little bit, which makes this project a little less sweet, because I really was focusing on my archers, because I do find that's one of the strengths in the Orcs and Goblins is access to poison against things like big crazy dragons. But they are actually also making infantry better, which makes my Black Orcs better, and they are reducing the power of dragons a bit. They're making infantry significantly better. So you have to kind of roll with the punches, and I love the game, and so I'm going to continue on, and I'm still going to do those archers and have more archer goblins for my army. I have another 10 of those, I believe, also to do. And so that's just the first 10. And yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend and your summer so far. We are going to have a Musty Wargamers coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll kind of announce it on the Facebook page, and more than likely on my channel and on Rusty's channel, you'll hear about it. But we're doing like the monthly summer shows. But that's it for now. There'll be some more Oldhammer and or the Old World, Warhammer the Old World, and Adeptus Titanicus stuff coming up soon. Take care.